Hello and welcome to Sunshine Haze. This is Aja A, and as you guys can see, I've got tarot cards on the screen, which means it is time for new moon tarot forecast, y'all. Before I get started, this video is for Aries. Happy birthday, Aries. So Aries sun, moon, or rising. If you feel like this video is not resonating with you, go on and check out your moon or rising sign. And I have a playlist down in the description box below to all of those videos for this lunar cycle. Okay, guys? All right, so we made it through the Pisces lunar cycle. It was a little intense, a little crazy. Water sign, water energy, a little heavy, little cleansing, you know, but now we are coming into the new moon in Aries. So we've got a completely new lunar cycle and a fire sign. And if you are interested in learning a little bit more what that means, go on and check out my new moon in Aries video, which I also have down in the description box below for you guys. All right, I'm gonna get started shuffling, and while I shuffle, just like to say thank you to everybody that has continued to tune into my channel, who has booked readings with me, all my clients, my customers that have purchased, you know, pendants and natal charts and all that good stuff from me. I really do appreciate you guys. Spread love. That's the only way to really get this business out there. And as far as everybody else that does what I do, we really do appreciate all of the support from y'all, okay? And since this is a quick little tarot spread for you, I'm going to get straight to it. We're going to do a 5-card spread for you. It's pretty much the same as all of my new moon. New moon readings, going to be looking at the energy for this lunar cycle for you, any crosses or challenges that you may be facing. And because we're dealing with Aries, we're going to be looking at new opportunities, new actions for you to take. And then we're also going to be looking at a card, has to do with the self. So we're going to be looking at personal healing because Aries is a sign associated with the self. I wanted to give a card to you guys that has to do with you. So that card coming up is just going to have to do with what do you guys need to be paying attention to. And then as I do in all of my spreads, we'll do a little soul message card, which message for your higher self, spirituality. Was that the Son of Swords? That's the Knight of Swords. Some clarity coming in for you guys this lunar season, Aries. Or possibly somebody coming in that is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Go on and put this back in the deck and get back to shuffling. Dang, this always happens with these fire signs. I have the hardest time shuffling, so I hope that's not gonna happen in every single video. I think we can go on and cut the deck for you guys now that I've gotten my shuffling under wraps. Is that channel, aka Mr. Bennett? That's that shit. All right, what's popping? It's interesting. All right. Ooh, this makes a lot of sense because this is your new moon. This is your new beginning. But I will go through all of these cards. Ooh, I will. Okay, Aries, I'm gonna go through all of these cards one by one, and I'll pull them up to the top of the screen for you. Okay. All right. So for those of you who are just tuning into my channel, when I get crazy cards, what I like to call the aw shit cards, I keep it real, kick it to you honest. If you are not a fan of honesty and the real, click out of the video right now. If you start watching this and you're like, oh no, you don't like it, go on and watch your moon or rising sign video. But if you're watching this, even though it's a little tough and it resonates with you, I definitely suggest sticking with it. Okay. All right, guys. So let's Let's talk you through this. The energy for you, Aries, during this new lunar cycle. Coming up, we've got the Eight of Swords. This is not one of my favorite cards. This is a card pointing to you feeling a little restricted, which we're actually going into Pluto retrograde coming up. So this makes a little bit of sense that Pluto retrograde does carry a little bit of restrictive energy. But just pointing to this lunar cycle for you, you guys may be in a position where you feel trapped, or you feel like the situation that you're in is just all bad for you, but you don't know, how to get out of it, or which way to go, or what to do. And this is dealing with the sword suit. This has to do with your mental. So you're going to be in your head a lot during your lunar cycle. And what you're going to be focusing on is literally every option that's presented to you not sounding like something that you want to do, or something that you need to do, or something that sounds beneficial to you. Which, this is just the energy for this lunar cycle in Aries. So let's go through the rest of the cards and see why this is popping up, or what these cards say about that card there in the middle. So the card coming up in the position of what could be crossing you, what could be challenging you, you've got the Death card. So this card popping up, crossing this energy of feeling restricted, is you are supposed to be coming into a new beginning. This is your new lunar cycle. This is your new year, Aries. So this should be all new, rejuvenated, fresh energy for you. And it's, with this card, it's looking like whatever situation you're in, or whatever has been going on for you, it's put you in a position to where you feel like you're stuck there, and that's what you have to do. You have to either stay in the situation that you're in, or even if you don't want to stay in that situation, every other option or any other place that you could go seems like it's just not looking very appeasing to you, or appealing to you, So this transformation card coming up, crossing this Eight of Swords, kind of points to you having a hard time making the moves that you need to make to get yourself out of this energy. The Death card is all about, although it is the Death card, it's all about phasing things out and making way for new beginnings. And it's looking like, Aries, you're just having a little bit of trouble moving on, or moving into the next. And you could also possibly be keeping yourself in this situation, whatever this is, whether this is a relationship, whether this is a job, whether this is, a perspective that you have. You feel a certain way about it, but it's almost like, this is what I'm used to, so I'm gonna stay here in the comfort of my own cocoon, because I don't really know what's out there, but I do know that it could be danger. So I'm not really feeling making any transformation or making any change. As I said, Pluto being in retrograde in these next couple of months, whatever you're resisting, Aries, unfortunately, and because you guys are a cardinal sign, and all of these planets retrograding are in pretty much most of them are in a cardinal sign, I think. Yeah, Mercury, Saturn, Pluto. What's the other one? Jupiter is the only one that's not cardinal. So all these retrogrades are really going to have a big play on you guys, okay? What we've got coming up for you in the new beginnings is a very interesting card. You've got the Five of Cups. So this this card coming up, what I'm picking up for this is this lunar cycle for you could possibly point to a very rough emotional time for you. And that may have to do with whatever transformation you need to make here and get out of, maybe coming to light, and it's going to weigh on you. Whatever the situation is, something may come up that kind of puts you into a place of, whatever transpires is going to hurt you. You're going to be emotionally affected. You're going to either feel drained, or you're going to be sad. This is the cup suit. So this points to things that we're emotionally invested in. A lot of times this points to relationships. So Aries, what's coming up for you, what it's looking like with these cards is possibly the end of a relationship, or the beginning, because we're in the lunar cycle, the beginning of the end of a relationship. Or the beginning of the end of a career that you're very emotionally invested in, that you've put a lot of energy in. And whatever it is that's ending, you're just kind of sad to see it go, kind of sad to let it go. Sorry guys, I'm sorry that this is not centered. My OCD is driving me crazy. I want it to be centered. All right, Aries, this is a little heavy, and I'm sorry, even though I just told y'all happy birthday. Definitely check out your rising and your moon signs if you're not liking this one, okay? Coming up for you guys in the position of the self, which is really the personal healing card, your self card, you've got the Six of Wands. And with these 3 cards coming before it, this is actually a really good card to pop up. This points to, you know, there being hope on the horizon for you. All of this chaos that is, you know, the Death card, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Cups here on the bottom, this card is saying, you know, not to worry. You are going to feel a little, you know, chaotic, a little, you know, buried underneath all this craziness, but just keep in mind that the only way out of the bottom is up. Like, where else, when you are on the bottom, where else can you go? Nowhere but up, okay? So during this lunar cycle, especially because it's your lunar cycle, and so as I say, a lot of times when the moon is in your sign, it can be either really popping for you or really bad, or let me not say bad, really popping or very eye-opening. This is looking like it's going to be a very eye-opening moon for you guys, a very eye-opening beginning of your year. But just keep in mind, with all of these realizations and epiphanies coming out, no matter how crazy and how messed up they may seem, there is hope for you. Things will get better. Okay, Aries? All right, guys. And the last card that I have coming up for you is in the Soul Message card. And this is another interesting card popping up. It's the Ten of Swords. And this is, again, dealing with the mental. What this card popping up for me tells me is that it is very important for you, Aries, to 1, try and stay out of your head, and then 2, try to keep other people out of your head. A lot of times when we're going through situations, we turn to other people for advice, and people give us advice from their own personal experience. So sometimes people may mean well, but what they have for you may not necessarily fit into your own situation. You feel me? So try to keep in mind that all these thoughts, all these possibilities, everything that you're thinking of it in a stressful way or thinking of it in a negative way is not going to do anything but cause a lot of chaos for you in your head. And with this, your challenge being transforming, it's very important for you to not cloud your vision, okay? Yeah, Aries, I'm sorry. That was a little bit of a rough one, but I hope that this reading can give you a little bit of insight into this, you know, next month for you, talking mid-April to mid-May, help you maneuver through it a little bit, possibly help you cope. Again, if you didn't feel like this reading was for you, and when I say that, just because it was bad doesn't mean, it was not bad, but just because it was heavy doesn't mean that it's not for you. If this reading resonated, try and take what I said and use it to aid you in moving through this lunar cycle. But if you felt like this was just not for you, like I said, go on and check out your moon or rising sign. If you watch this and you're like, oh, nah, bruh, I need a little bit more information, I need a little more help, and you want to book a reading with me, go on and book one through my Etsy shop, or you can send me an email to sunshinehaze1129@gmail.com. You can also hit me up on Instantgo /sunshinehaze. I also, for if you email me, I accept payments through Cash App. So very easy to get a booking. Just hit me up letting me know what it is that you need if you are interested. If you like the video, go on and hit that like button. Share it if you feel moved to with all of your Aries friends. If you have any questions or comments, go on and drop them below. I do check my channel every few days, so I probably will respond to you unless you put up some wild ass negative shit. It gets deleted or my Mercury in Leo comes out and I just come for your head. But I try to refrain from the latter. So, you know, all positivity here. If you have any questions or comments, definitely drop them down below. I will respond to you. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.